Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day, whatever it is. I think it's like 8, 9.
As soon as you turn the camera on, why? Come here, Coco.
She hates me. She actually hates me.
No, she does not want to.
me.
Everyone puts cameras on. She does them all.
Oh, she's a diva with the cameras.
She's a diva.
So I'm here at Ken's apartment still.
Hey.
It's quite the morning here. And I have something to give Ken's because I kind of took it last time I was in LA by accident.
In January, almost a year.
In January. So Ken's, I think you're actually gonna really enjoy it because it's like a YouTuber's dream.
Wow.
Wait, the light is better this way.
Wow, my own 64 gigabyte memory card. Thank
Sorry.
you so much.
I didn't mean to take it. We were swapping mem cards. I just picked it up. So I've had 2 64 gig Oh God. One that wasn't mine, and I tried not to delete any of the footage off hers because I didn't know she still needed it a year later.
Yeah, I actually was just gonna edit and upload that video.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. It looked like a morning routine was on there, so I opened up the footage like in February, and I was like, oh.
You realized?
Oh God. I made it back home to Philly. Thank God. I didn't vlog pretty much at all today because you guys know travel days have me very stressed out. I get very anxious when I travel. So the only thing I think about when I travel is flying and not anything else really. So yeah, but now I'm home. So I'll vlog the car ride and I'll vlog what, did you make the soup?
Yes, I have soup.
I have this one soup that I am like addicted to. Another YouTuber, Kalel, I don't know how to say her name. She put it in a video and I tried out the recipe, and ever since then I've been so obsessed with it. I think it is so good. So I was supposed to, as you guys know, upload a video today, but I was traveling all day and I did actually film a video for today, but I didn't like how the footage came out and I didn't want to upload like a half-assed video because I feel like the last 2 videos I uploaded were kind of half-assed. So I don't want to get in the habit of uploading bad videos. I want every video that I upload every day to be good. So I was originally planning on filming a vegan Q&A today, but I actually didn't have time to film it for my main channel, and I know that I'm probably not going to get around to do it for my main channel if I don't stick with these questions now. So I'm going to answer the questions on the vlog. Also, this vlog is pretty short, so I may as well just incorporate it now anyway. I wish I could prop this up a little bit higher. So, and my mom is, oh, Mom, you can be in it too, because you're vegan.
I'm a plant-based eater.
Okay. She read the article that says that vegans aren't vegans, that we're plant-based. And yes, I know, we're plant-based. We don't live a vegan lifestyle. We eat plant-based. I'm completely aware. But it's just easier to say vegan. Did you have any physical symptoms before that you now do not have since being vegan?
Yeah, my hip. I had tendonitis in my hip that was really bad for almost a year. I had cortisone shots in it. Everything. I couldn't run anymore. Some days I had trouble walking.
She was a big runner. She'd run marathons.
And it just got really bad. And obviously after the cortisone shot, it was fine for about a month, but then it would always come back. And within the first week of me eating a vegan diet, the tendonitis almost completely went away. Like, it was significantly better, 90% better. And I think it was just obviously all the inflammation in my body was gone from, you know, whatever was in all the food I was eating, the hormones in the meat or the dairy or whatever. Just not eating that made a huge difference immediately. So that was my biggest impact, and I noticed it right away, and so that's why I stuck with it.
And Dad, her husband,
yeah,
my dad,
yeah,
the family other member, Dad, you know better, but he was on blood thinners.
No, blood pressure. He's on blood pressure medicine. He has been for a couple of years. Yeah, and he's been having a foot problem, completely unrelated, and he went to the doctor last week for to get an x-ray, or he had to get an MRI or something for his foot, and they took his blood pressure, and it was completely normal, like way down, like 106 over 60 or something. And he came home, he's like, it has not been that low for years. So that was kind of impressive.
I got this question a lot, and I was actually kind of surprised about it. What's the worst thing about being vegan? The worst thing is the annoying comments you get from non-vegans. And it's normally very rude, but they don't mean to be rude, but it kind of comes off as really rude. Another annoying thing is like the negative connotation that's associated with being vegan, that like we're very high maintenance and like, you know, it's like the who's a doctor? I'm a vegan type of meme thing. That's like annoying, but I mean, in terms of, I mean, vegans are happy people for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying animal eaters aren't, I'm just saying. How did you give up pizza? I could not find vegan cheese that I like. So cheese is a substance that is actually as addictive as heroin. It has like some chemicals in it. I don't know, I read it in Skinny Bitch 100 million times. It has some chemicals in it that is proven to literally be as addictive as heroin. So when people say like they're addicted to cheese, they're literally addicted to cheese. So I feel like for a lot of people, the reason they can't go vegan is because they eat cheese and they say I love cheese too much, like I can't give it up. Luckily I wasn't like a huge, yeah, it's fine, this is actually a good angle. I wasn't actually a huge like cheese person. Like I really do like mac and cheese and like grilled cheeses and stuff, and like cheesy fries, you know, that stuff's good, but it wasn't always my go-to. My go-to is more of just like salty foods, like french fries, I like soft pretzels, like stuff like that. So giving up cheese wasn't really a huge deal for me. But after like 2-3 months of not even having any fake cheeses or vegan cheeses, I did want to have like a grilled cheese. So after you don't have cheese for a while, and then you have a vegan cheese, I mean, I think the taste will suffice, and like, it'll hold you over. Like, it'll get your craving. Like, it'll... Yeah. Fill your craving.
It's a decent substitute. I think the Dia mozzarella, is really not that
really
bad.
Good.
And saying something's not that bad, I know that doesn't sound all that appealing, but
yeah,
it's actually pretty tasty. And I don't like the cheddar though. I
found this one that I forget what it was, but it was American cheese, and it looked like the regular like American cheese, the orange one. And
in the plastic wrap.
Yeah, I forget what that brand was, but I couldn't taste the difference at all. I thought that was really amazing. Why did you decide to go vegan? Was for your health or for the animals? So I originally wanted to go vegan because of the health benefits of it. I started the vegan diet because I was really unhappy with how I felt body-wise. Like I felt like not thick, like I looked thick, even though I looked gross. I felt like my blood was just running through my body so slow, and like I felt like everything just had to really like work super hard to process anything and like to digest anything. I just felt really sluggish and slow on the inside, and it was a really gross feeling. So I did it for the health reasons. Did you wish you became vegan earlier than you did?
You tried it a couple of times.
Well, I tried it, no, I only tried it twice. I tried it, the first time was in, this time last year, or like a month before, like of November of 2015. And I thought that was like a good time. I was in a pretty good mindset. Like, I mean, I lived in LA for a little bit and I didn't want to do it then. So, no, I don't wish I did it sooner. Do you?
No, I'm fine. I mean,
yeah.
No worries.
What's your go-to vegan lunches and dinners? She's the chef.
Everything that I make seems to make a lot. So I do. I mean, I feel like we always have leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
So for lunch, I always just end up creating something out of what I had for dinner the night before. Whether it's in exactly the same form, not necessarily, but or I'll make, like, for example, you were away this week and I made a big quinoa salad, and then I'll just put a scoop of that on top of a green salad, like, because that's the protein base or whatever. It's quinoa and chickpeas and all sorts of diced vegetables. And I'll put that on top of a regular salad. Like that's kind of a go-to lunch.
I don't like salads.
I know, you're not a salad
So I'll
person.
normally have like leftover from dinner.
Right.
What I will normally have for lunch, because I love everything that we eat. Like I really enjoy it all. Like when I would eat animals, there were some dinners I just didn't like. And I would just, you know, I didn't want to eat like pork tenderloin and with, like I really normally didn't even like pork tenderloin.
I know.
And I wouldn't want to eat that. And then with, what else would you normally, like you would make like barley with it. And like, I don't know, like sometimes I just wouldn't like the dinners, but our vegan dinners, I liked every single one. So I'm excited to eat them for lunch the next day because we always have leftovers. So I normally just eat what I had for dinner for lunch the next day. And then dinner, we normally have like rice. We like stir fries a lot. We like soups a lot. We like pastas a lot. We really get like a lot of our heavy carbs in at dinner time, and then breakfast and lunch, it's more lighter carbs unless I'm eating like the dinner we had. So we'll eat like fruit, smoothies, acai bowls. I said acai bowls. I like oatmeal.
You do oatmeal. Special K berries, red berries, that's vegan.
Yeah.
With almond milk.
We like chips and guac for a snack. I love avocado toast.
Yeah, apples and peanut butter.
Carrots and hummus. Yeah, when I was in school, my day, like
your
what I would
breakfast and
eat-
lunch was the same all the time.
Yeah, and that's when I like lost the most weight and was like my healthiest, because this was all I was eating. It was just fruits and veggies. In the morning I would have fruit with agave, sometimes with a little granola on it to give it a crunch. And then for lunch I'd have apples and peanut butter and carrots and hummus. And then sometimes I would have one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. Sometimes it was nuts. Sometimes,
Yeah, usually a bag of almonds or something.
Yeah, sometimes almonds. Sometimes it would be like,
Or sometimes they'd give you a rice cake.
yeah,
with
sometimes
some
rice
peanut butter.
cakes with peanut butter and jelly, or just something really simple like that. And then I'd come home from school and I'd make avocado toast, and then I would normally like do whatever, film a video, well, maybe not, because at the end of my senior year I sucked at filming videos. Go hang out with Matt, whatever, go to spin class, come home and eat. And what I would eat was normally whatever my mom would make for me, because she was still an animal eater at the time. So she would make like chicken or whatever for her and my dad, and then for me she'd make like pasta or a stir fry or something like that. And that's what I'd have pretty much every single day. And then sometimes if it was like a really good dinner, like I said, I'd just bring it to school the next day for lunch. But I would pretty much always have apples and peanut butter and carrots and hummus every single day for lunch. And it was really good. I mean, I wasn't hungry, I was full. I think if I stayed in school one extra period, because I got out a period early, I would have been hungry, but I got home at just the right time that like I was beginning to get hungry, so I would eat again.
But then you would eat, when you came home, you had 2 slices of avocado toast and a banana. Yeah. And an orange, or you cut up a mango or something. Like, you would eat a lot when you came home from school.
I would eat a lot. Like that time I was eating a lot.
You were eating a lot of
all the
food.
time. Yeah. And now since I've been to Alabama and there weren't a lot of vegan options, it was really hard to eat vegan. So my stomach like shrunk. So now my stomach like isn't as big. So we're working on expanding it again so I can keep eating more.
Yeah, because you don't have a huge appetite anymore.
I know, so we're working on that. How do people react when you tell them that you're vegan? Well, I think it's different for each of us. For me, my friends, like, now they pretty much know, but when it's people that don't know, like, you know, at school, when I first got to school, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm vegan, like, no, I can't go have that cheeseburger that you're eating. They'd be like, what? Like, I didn't know you're vegan. Like, yeah, of course you wouldn't know, you know, whatever. But pretty much now, like, all my friends know, so the reaction's normally just like, oh, I didn't know you are. But sometimes people get very defensive that they eat animals, and they say, oh, well, I don't eat a lot of animals, or oh, I don't eat a lot of cheese, I don't drink a lot of milk, you know, I don't eat a lot of eggs, stuff like that.
Yeah,
which is fine.
I think that's a very common reaction. I'm finding that too, and it's interesting that
like I'm not,
people instantly get very defensive.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm not accusing anyone of anything.
Yeah, however you eat is totally fine. It's your body. Put whatever you want into it.
Right.
You know? How can you stick to being a vegan or not get tempted? Well, I stick to it just because I really educated myself very well on what was in the food I'm eating, and just really how gross it is. animal products we're talking about, and like just how bad it is for me. So I think in the beginning that really motivated me. And then 2 or 3 months into it, when I saw that my body was actually changing, and when I was losing weight, and when I started to feel better and had energy all the time, and like I started to actually like how I was looking and stuff like that, that made me never want to eat animals again, because, you know, I wasn't just mentally happy with myself, I was physically happy with myself too, and I knew that I was treating my body well. So, and it's like once you get into that mindset, it's a very like addictive mindset to keep feeding your body well and like doing it good. It's a very happy, addictive path. How do you not get tempted?
Well, I want to point out that it's just as easy to eat crap on a vegan diet as it is on as it is eating anything. Like Oreos are vegan, French fries are vegan.
That's the best part.
You can live on crap and call yourself a vegan.
Especially if you take the high carb, low fat diet to a bad extreme and only eat the bad carbs.
Correct.
You can get very unhealthy very quickly on a vegan diet.
Yes, and you can completely eliminate protein, which you don't want to do. I mean, the point is you need protein. You still do. You just definitely don't need as much as a lot of these, you know, workout magazines are going to tell you.
Most people eat too much protein.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line is you need 40 to 60 grams a day as a woman, or whatever the number is, to stay healthy or whatever. And I know a lot of people are going to argue with that number, and that's fine. Everyone has their theory on it. But you gotta get that from sources, and you gotta get it from good sources.
Yeah.
So, you know, Oreos aren't gonna give it to you. So it's nice to know that if you really want that Oreo, you can have a couple of them, but that can't be the main part of your diet. So if you're gonna eat a vegan diet for your health, you need to eat the right things.
And just like the other day, I made vegan cookies. Just because they're vegan cookies does not mean they're healthy. It has 2 sticks of butter, cups of sugar.
Right.
It is not by any means healthy for us.
Correct.
It's just animal product free.
Which is why I think I found it interesting, that article about being plant-based versus being vegan.
Yeah.
Like Oreos are not allowed, or French fries are not allowed. If you're saying you follow a plant-based diet, that is more strict. Well, it's more well-defined, because what you're really saying is you are eating things that are plant-based.
Yeah.
So if you kind of try and keep your mindset to eating things that are plant-based and avoiding animals.
You don't really eat processed junk.
Correct.
That's not plant-based.
Right. You're eating whole grains. You're eating stuff that is natural.
Yeah.
You know, if you wrap your head around it that way, then it makes a lot of sense. And you're avoiding all animal products. It still is in the same vein as vegan, but you're not vegan.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm trying to keep my mindset. It's easier. But when you go into a restaurant, you can't say, do you have any plant-based meals?
Yeah.
You have to ask for a vegan meal.
Right.
So it's just an easier label.
Was the transition hard, and what's the one food that you miss? For me, the transition was not hard. I did the transition 2 times. The first time it wasn't hard. I didn't like miss it or anything. I stopped doing it because on Thanksgiving we went out, and I think honestly if we stayed in, I might have kept at it. But we went out and there wasn't anything to eat, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then
we didn't have any control.
Yeah, so I just sort of stopped there. But I picked it back up in March, and that's when I was like completely like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Because from that period of the holidays until I completely started again, like I went vegetarian in the new year, didn't eat any meat, but I was still eating like dairy and eggs and cheese and stuff. From January to March, I knew what I was eating, and I knew that I didn't like it, and I knew how it made my body feel, and I knew what I was doing, and I hated it. So the transition was easy because I was motivated at the time, and I wanted to actually do it. So I just got down to business, and I didn't look back. And the food that I miss, Sometimes I do miss a burger.
Yeah, that was my thing. Yeah.
Burgers.
Yeah. Like a nice grilled burger with a big slice of tomato on top.
Like
I mean, there's just
Matt
something
goes,
about that.
Every time Matt goes to Five Guys, I get the fries.
Yeah.
Because they're cooked in peanut oil, and he gets the Five Guys burgers, and they just look so good.
Yeah.
Like, I could never imagine myself eating one.
Right.
But
there is something about a hamburger.
And looks so good.
Yeah. Well, and because we remember what it tastes like.
Yeah.
We used to be meat eaters, you know, whatever.
Was it easy becoming vegan? For me it was, because my mom was really helpful and really supportive the whole time. And she would like make all my lunches for school and make my breakfast in the morning because she babied me. And she would make my dinners for me.
That's coming to an end in like 2 weeks. You ready?
Yeah, I was cooking for Kenzie this weekend.
Yay.
So yeah, it was easy for me because my mom was very helpful in the entire process. For you, was it easy?
I wasn't struggling all that much. I think the biggest challenge was getting Daddy to do it too.
Dad wasn't a challenge to do it. I literally texted him. I was like, hey, will you do it? He said, yep. There was no convincing.
But now I think, no, he's doing okay now. He gets crap from his friends.
Yeah.
At the club and stuff.
My dad gets the most crap. Being a guy vegan is much more difficult than being a girl vegan.
Yeah. The guys at the club and his golf friends give him a really hard time.
The guys at the country club hate his vegan life.
They give him a hard time.
Do you regret becoming vegan? Absolutely not.
No.
Do you think you'll ever go back to eating meat or simply being vegetarian? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any plans to.
Last question. What are some tips if you're transitioning into becoming vegan? I would say make sure your friends and family know that you're eating vegan or wanting to eat vegan. And I would honestly recommend to cut it cold turkey, because if you ease into it, like now, you know, one day I'm gonna cut out eggs, and then the next week I'm gonna cut out dairy, and then the next week I'm gonna cut out meat. Like, it's just slowly like, okay, well, I still have time to eat this stuff, you know, I may as well just eat more of it while I can.
Yeah, I think you'll get more of the physical impact. You'll feel the difference in yourself if you do it all at once.
Yeah.
And I would suggest that if you're gonna do it, go as natural as possible for the first few days. Like, stay as close to, I mean, if something is in its natural state, that's how you should eat it.
Yep.
Like, as low processed as possible for the first few days, because that's how you'll really feel the difference. But you should probably also stay closer to a bathroom if you're gonna do that, because
vegan food digests very well.
It's gonna go through you pretty quick.
And that's a good thing, because, you know, animal decaying flesh isn't going to be clogging
clogs
your
you
arteries.
Up, whereas vegan food doesn't clog you up.
The last tip I have is that, remember that this isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle change. So for the first 30 days, for an entire month, try to not eat any junk food, no animal products. Just try it for a month. I know that month will feel like a diet and it's probably gonna suck. But after that month, you're not gonna wanna eat cheeseburgers, and you're not gonna wanna eat all the shit and all the gross animal products anymore, because you've changed your perspective and you changed your lifestyle, and you're just not gonna wanna eat that stuff anymore. So just try it out. But now we're home, so I'm actually gonna go eat, and it's a cheesy potato, broccoli, corn chowder soup. It is so good, so I'm gonna show you guys what it is, and I'm quickly gonna tell you how we make it when we get inside. All right, so dinner.
Corn muffins and butter.
This is the soup.
Yes, here's your soup.
Yum. Oh, that's my favorite. The cheese is nutritional yeast.
And it does give it a cheesy, nutty flavor.
Oh, so good. I cannot wait.
I'm just warming it up just a little bit.
Okay, this is heavy, so I'm going to put it back down. Okay guys, I am off to bed. Oh yeah, and I have the hiccups, which is so annoying. Thanks for watching today's vlog. Tomorrow's will resume as normal. Love you guys. Bye. Oh my god, the hiccups.